Yes, sir.
Awesome. Y'all set?
Ready?
Yeah.
Check. Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to AZ Degreez, where it don't get hotter than this. I'm your host, Olivia Mailetohi, and I got two special guests in AZ right now, ready, live in action for you. Go ahead, introduce yourselves.
I go Baby Joe. I go by Baby Fresh Out the Boat.
Malia.
Let it make me kapita ko mo tua. Kaya mo hati.
Louise.
Malia.
Say that. My name is Sekope Kafushi. I go by Kope Fu. Say Kope. Say that. You feel me? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I hail from East Palo Alto, Tonga. You feel me? Killer California. Yeah, we rep that Bay Area, and that's all good. Where we come from.
Welcome to Arizona. Thank you guys so much for joining AZ Degreez tonight. As you guys may know, these are two upcoming Tongan artists in the community. Y'all listen out. Tonight we're going to get up close and personal. So what got you guys into music?
Church. I think that's everybody.
Yep.
Church, for real, first and foremost. I think especially being Polynesian people and then, Tongan specifically, church is, number one. And then everything we do is we pray and right before, we had a prayer by Lisa, and that's what we do all the time. We show glory to him, and how we do that is we praise and we sing.
Amen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Malia. I know you guys are family, actually first cousins. So how ironic, you guys are both in the music industry. Talk about it.
Man, and we haven't even done any work together.
I know.
I mean, not yet. So I think the cool thing about that is that, we're finding our own lane. You know what I mean? And finding our own creativity. And in doing so, we run into people and, to different groups of people. But at the end of the day, I know I can call Baby Joe and say, hey, bro, let's do this song.
Right, for sure.
And, I haven't seen him in a little bit, we did come together, for a little funeral, RIP to my brother, some
radio, long live radio.
More like RIP to my brother. But it's times like these where you, find out who you are, and then it translates into the music game. You know what I mean? So when we're speaking on the mic, we're really talking our ish, and it comes from the heart,
Right.
So, listen out.
Yes.
What we talking about?
That's true. Like, with the Baby Joe. But how whakakatau ke aiho hiwa whakatonga?
Oh, ew. Ki mua ia te utuan pe whawhitai ki tō mawhimafi. Tau hau tau mo'i tau semeni po whakloa koe ang whakaukau ki whau koe e whau kou ki wa whakatonga. Kamatea i ku whoki mai ki ku mātua ki Amerikani. Wharei pia wen tupu I tonga. Ako I tonga. Toki hau pe waftafi tu. Pero lere nie kamata ko ki asko COVID. O se ako mo mea. Na fono ia pe api. Kia me fa ko api pongi kai te mo inuka vai pori a ki me tau every day.
Oh wow.
So I got bored at the house. And I don't know what came up to my mind. It was just something whispering to me. Fana mai tota mai hey. Kage ai te ke sio no lere. O pege o ke nga fa fo fo hio whakatonga. Ke whanonga ke kakai tonga he ni. Nga ko wilo tokola ka tonga he ni. Te ke nau aruki tonga. Ora ka tonga ke nau ilo re whakatonga. Winga wanga fa fo hiwa ke sia tau tupu. Sia tau kakai. Pago winga fa o ke ko tala noa. Tala no a ako. Ego experience itonga. Nga na tupaga itonga. Tupaga na kike wong matua. Kan heb fanga kui. Heb fanga mektanga. Heb fanga ankolo kasin. Tola hi tupo lo be na tolu. Ako pe me ala hi miai. Ako pe me ala hi miai. Ego ku fa go hi fa tonga na pe. Oka fa wen ayu fa ag pe de taha. So yeah, talpe me COVID, talpe me kamata COVID, o me ki aon, okay. Kay tohi me beka gai, tohi me tonga, tohi me New Zealand.
Dude, just to chime in on what he's saying, like, he's a perfect example of, you know, the younger generation, because, you know, we have a little bit of years between us. You know, we are first bloods, you know, but I was, you know, one of the firstborn, and baby Joe, he thought he was cribbing at third grade. That's why he moved to Tonga. He figured to say that. That's for another, you know, that's for another story. But him being able to bridge that gap, you know what I mean? Because I didn't grow up in Tonga, you know what I mean? But I grew up in a Tongan household where they spoke Tongan every day, you know what I mean? And I understand it completely, you know what I mean?
Right.
But sometimes, you know, living in America, especially being Tongan, sometimes it's a little, how you say, intimidating. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to say the wrong thing. Because tell me now, in Tonga, if I went there and I tried to speak Tongan, and I had an American accent, all the kids would be making fun of me.
Right,
you know what I mean?
true.
And you know, sometimes America, you can't. It's prideful. You know what I mean?
Right.
It touches you, and it's like, okay, I'm not gonna talk that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. That's part of growing. You know what I mean?
Right.
But him bridging that gap. You know what I mean? And the same thing for people in Tonga.
Right.
That never had the American experience.
But they feel it.
They feel it.
Yeah.
And they're hitting this full up all the time. You know what I mean?
I love it.
And I just can't wait until we collab. It's gonna be organic. You know what I mean? I never try to. I could, like I said, I can hit him up anytime.
Yeah.
He'll be there.
The love will be there, so the music will flow.
Yeah, man. Hey. Okay.
Say that.
Okay.
He's growing up. He didn't know this.
We're talking about fresh off the boat right here. I love how you put a twist, because people sometimes look at fobs like, you're a fob. Like, no, it don't be like that. When I listen to your music, I'm like, I'm fresh off the boat. Yeah, so you're bringing a twist, you know, so bridging that gap. Definitely love it. All right, so I do want to say, your song, I love, you know, like I love that dance with me.
Oh, wow.
I love that. Who inspired that song?
Man, just like Joe said, experiences. You know what I mean? So for people that don't know my music, my lane I'm trying to go for is a little reggae soul, you know? So if you listen to that, it's obviously reggae.
Right,
you know
reggae
what I mean?
for sure.
And it's just taken from all the greats, you know what I mean? The Gregory Isaacs, the Dennis Browns, the Bob Marleys, you know what I mean? And taking, you know, those influences and putting it into that. So that Dance With Me, I let the beat take me wherever it took me, you know? And I just put the words in, and it just happened to, you know? And then shout out to Chris Neal, because that was on some flute stuff. Like, I just hit him up, say, hey, we dropped way out to the studio in Redwood. He's like, yep. And then we ended up doing 2 songs, you know what I mean? And then they just ended up being bangers.
Dang,
you know, hours
for real.
working, like that will live forever.
Right.
Yeah, that's family too.
That's fam too. That's looking up.
Money. And with that being said, mo pinepe toki faipe mo ki sempolo anai. You guys tune in right now, AZ.
Don't get no hotter, man. I tell you.
Yes.
Usually we have a red cup filled with it's water. This is water.
I'm
staying alive. AZ is too hot for your boy.
Yeah, so we're talking about your music. Talk about what inspired you, what motivated you, like, or what drives you every day.
Okay, yeah. Like, okay, touch back on the little reggae soul part. So I have a project that I just dropped May 13th. It's an EP, self-titled, Say Copen. If you haven't looked at it, go ahead and grab that, you know. Tap in, say that. But if you look at the project, it's different genres. There's reggae in there. There's a little bit of hip hop elements. There's a little bit of R&B elements. There's a little bit of funk. You know
right,
what I mean?
for sure.
So that's what inspired me. It's not just the reggae. It's the Marvin Gaye's. You know what I mean? It's the Smokey Robinsons. It's all these different artists.
Right.
You know what I mean? That made me like, okay, I listen to the song and it really takes me to an experience. You know, when you listen to a song, it makes you feel something.
Right.
You know, every funeral there's a song that makes you remember that funeral specifically.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, that's what we bring to the song. You know, we have that platform where we have a lot of ish to say. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And for us to like really get into our head and lay it down and be able to, you know, speak it out. Because a lot of people, you know, a lot of thoughts be going in their head, but they can't say anything. You know, so we're another outlet for those people. You know what I mean? To know, for them to know they're not the only one, you know, going through it, you know, and for us
they
too,
feel it.
you know. So that's what inspires me for real, for the people. You know, everything's recycled.
Right. It's good stuff.
I didn't say that.
Yes. Also, people are asking. So your song came across me. I was watching Snapchats, and shout out to So. He was playing your song, and I was like, "Dang, who is that?" He sends me the whole YouTube. I'm like, "Oh." And I heard you, and I started sharing you at my family barbecues, you know, because I was like, "This song slaps," you know. And everybody's like, "Okay." But like, I showed, like, I was excited for our interview, right? And I told my grandpa about you. Yeah, and he was like, and I showed him some of your songs. He was saying, like, that's really good of you because of que hiva elea fatonga, you know? And then he was like, eke kiai kapaya ha ahot and hiva whakalotu.
Hey, say that.
Okay. All right. So what about you? Say Cope.
Say that.
Where did your name come from and why you say it like that?
Okay, so reggae artists, I've always been listening to these, and I always wanted to be something great, you know what I mean? And then I knew I could sing at a young age, and the music, and I always played piano and all this stuff. So I used to study these people. All the reggae greats, they go by their names. Bob Marley, you know, Dennis Brown, Gregory Isaac, you know what I mean? Me, I like my name, but it's like I want people to like, now in the day and age, it's marketing, you know what I mean? So it has to pop and stand out, you know what I mean? So I played off of my name. My name is Sekope. So I say Sekope.
Yeah.
So I put the S-A-Y.
Say that,
you know? And then I put the say that after that.
That's
you know
tight.
I mean? So then when I say, and then it's Kope Food, that's my Instagram, you know.
Follow.
So I say, it's Kope Food, say Kope.
Right.
Say that.
Right.
You know?
That's tight.
That's where that came from.
Okay. So which one, like, I know you guys have music out there. Talk a little bit about what you guys got out there and what y'all got coming.
Ooh, Baby Joe.
I just I dropped the one you said you liked and like you know been slapping it over there where Texas.
Yeah, it was Texas.
I didn't even know my music go up to Texas.
They put me on. They put Arizona on. So you guys, let me tell you, when I did that, and then Lisa Marie and Fita were like, "Hey, Baby Joe wants to do an interview," and I was like, "Baby Joe." I listened to Baby Joe, of course.
That's so crazy.
So that was cool. I was like, what a small world. It's Fita's cousin. Right. But you too. Like, I just heard you too recently from them, and you guys need to be pushing your music. You guys are good.
Yeah, see, that's the marketing. Like, we're still new to the game.
Right.
But the best thing about it is that we're, it's independent. You know what I mean? So we're learning the thing, the go around. And there's a formula that's been set by these different artists. You know what I mean? You do this and this happens.
Right.
And that's what happens. It's like science. Right. You know what I mean? for every action, whatever, blah 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 reaction. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You do this and you get this. You put in the footwork, you get what you deserve. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
He blesses you when you do the work.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we just got to do the work.
Yeah, you plant the seed and you get to harvest it.
You know what I mean? You reap what you sow, man.
Exactly. Also, like, so what do you guys got next, though? Like, what's dropping? What do you guys want people to see? Let them know.
Yep. For me, again, I just dropped the EP May 13th, a 5-song EP. I also have a music video coming out pretty soon.
Nice.
I want to say in the next 2 to 3 weeks, so maybe I can put in my marketing strategies
Let's
and
go.
see what that, how to do that.
Tap
Yes.
Yeah. So and then we'll figure out what we can do, man. The funeral things, it tends to bring people closer, family closer again, so we got to take advantage, and keep that thing rolling.
Right.
Let's go.
Yeah,
I just dropped one today. It's the song is called Fuaki.
Hey, say that.
So it's already on all platforms right now. So tap in.
Fuaki. And
the
tell
video,
us about it.
the video shoot is still downloading on YouTube. I'm over here checking my phone. Checking my phone, turn this camera guy.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's called I called it Fuaki Pato. I just want to keep it short, called Fuaki. Like, how Fuaki me tamai, how we in here today.
Yeah.
On it
Yeah.
Like, that song is like, we no fa viva kuyama ma tokotaha mora ni ofaang. Ni fae ni tamai. Like today, like how my brother, like passed away today, finished his done today. I go for he vai go me pelo. Go ta wo.
Yeah.
Like go ta ka kai pe mo be. Ko ni puri pe ta ha me api. O ke te ta wi. Ke te ifo feel he.
Morning.
Ke te fala ta feel he. Go fa pe fo hi va ke ki whanongo mai kakai, I be loto ke lahi. I'm trying to
bring that
finger,
back.
Right, yeah.
Finger kakai, neongo ne alu, but he's still in here.
Just like he said, he blessed us with some, but at the end of the day, he's going to take him back.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's his work. It's not on our time. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the only thing we can do is make the music and let these people know, like, we still have to live on.
Right,
We can keep his memory alive by just, keeping doing the things and, keep investing into his kids and, keep that bloodline going.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's all we can
Y'all listen to Fuaki.
Yeah, tap in. Please. The video, still downloading. Wait for
still downloading.
Right when the interview's done, then it's time.
Yeah, but it's popping right now. Because hella people is like, who for video?
They listen to you everywhere. They listen to you in Tonga, bro.
Yeah.
Especially, shout out to everybody in Tonga who I know, who I went to school with. Family gonna Tonga, Hatejo. Owa, sila pelua on top.
Owa.
Maria. Oya Foki, Malo, Opito, who'll share my Hoski story. Do you have any memories that, like living in Tonga, right? So, like you said, not a lot of us Tongan kids, like American kids, ever been back to Tonga. So you living two lives, both of those worlds. What can you tell us about your experience when you came to America and you're just not speaking English? Like, talk about it because we don't know what you go through.
Yeah, now Friday Belkin. Na ave ki Tonga tau taha. If I birthday tau taha Tonga. Te fok mai begin. O huo kindergarten. Ospo kindergarten ni pa li ta fisiana ki Tonga ng pau. People die tau ni Tonga.
Baby fresh on the boat.
So that's why I put the baby fresh off the boat. I was born here but raised there.
Right, that's tight.
For 12 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, taha huo about fucking money. Fucking my whole high school when Masi.
You didn't talk about that, please.
Where did you go? Who
was your friend?
Nah, yeah, friend, yeah. No, more of a tonga go si pa pepe like va et ke ako. Tako go ata ke ako foi like vai outfit. Tako go tam ka tonga hen no tu su na to bala lere. Tako me teu ke ha biteo. Bala fa tonga ven. But yeah,
Baby fresh off the boat, he wasn't lying, man. But he kept that alive. You know,
Yeah.
and he brought that experience over here. So people can see that, you know, this is a fob fresh off the boat.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is what you get right here. Baby
Yeah,
Joe.
no, that's
But
real.
this is one in one.
yeah,
You know what I mean? This is a different breed right here. Fresh off the boat.
Yeah, like staying close to the culture is important.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna feel each other's love, you know,
Mhm.
in Tongan Ofa. But for instance, I just wanted to bring up your upcoming music video. Please just let everybody know when it's dropping and what it's called, so they can be on the lookout. It just might be the one that wins them over.
Oh shit! Okay,
Let's
so
go.
the song is entitled "Party Time." It's the last song on the EP project that I have. Yeah. I did show him the video.
Yeah,
And
Nice.
I think
can't
he
wait.
approves. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I've been holding on to the project for a little while. Like I said, I've been trying to study these marketing strategies, so I want to be able to, like, you know, hit the platforms the right way.
Right.
You know, so I get the most in numbers talk. You know what I mean? That's what I heard. You know what I mean? So the views will get the views and the shares and the word of mouth. You know what I mean? That's a big thing too.
Right.
Because you're gonna talk to your friends before, you know, or post on your story for
Right.
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever song that is.
That's
You know,
true.
but that's our job to have that ready for anybody.
Yes.
You know, accessible for anybody.
any kind of genre,
any
really.
kind. You know,
Any kind
so
of vibe.
the song "Party Time," it will drop in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I don't have a set date yet.
Mm-hmm.
Not specifically, but that's why you
Yeah,
have to follow me,
like,
so you
yeah.
know when I'm gonna drop it.
Right.
But I will be dropping it, and I don't know, Baby Joe, he doing his thing, and I know he knows a good sound when he sees it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I'm still writing.
Yeah.
Kiki pe ufasi ni o osita ni ki o taimi ni. Pe taimi ni o sotivitiolo pe. Ke
Nice.
al tatau pe agulea like recording
Right.
mo action ni
Yeah,
ko
actually,
me.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's
Na
tough.
fangata to like tamba like na fa komen ya ke me. What is he saying? Can somebody translate?
Oh wow,
Like,
because they see
Yo,
you.
I know. I like the song. It's fire, but what is he talking about?
Right.
You know?
man, you should do like a trend. Well, we'll talk about
Yeah.
that again. That's my
Right.
strategy. We
Yeah.
can't-
Privacy.
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
On Facebook, Valu asked Baby Joe when he dropped in the Tonga song.
Oh, yeah. That one is a long story, right?
That's a fire.
Yeah, I'm still trying to fix that one.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but whenever it's ready, then I'll let everybody know. Cause I know for sure in Hawaii that song's already all over the place. So they they really want to like, hey, drop that.
Wow.
So we can slap it and share it.
Yes, you
I
guys.
know, for real. That's
They only like that because the tonga, because it says tonga. So I'm like, yes.
fire.
That's
Yeah,
man.
everybody's so proud of their
Dope.
culture.
Yeah.
Tongan pride. It's
Right.
in our freaking, you know, it's in our blood.
Right.
You know, to be proud of who and what we are.
You know, it's so crazy. We had our chance. Our team went to the Stephen Marley concert. Shout out to Solo and Fanga. We had backstage, and we actually got to interview Bob Marley's son, Stephen Marley. It was his
Nice.
concert here in Arizona.
Nice.
So he shared that with us.
Hey.
He shared that you have to stay rooted in your culture
But yeah.
because it's like a tree that doesn't have any roots.
Yep, for real.
So you have that as your foundation, you know.
Amen.
So my little, you know, because you guys are touching base on
Yeah.
our culture and the importance.
Translates everywhere. We all human at the end of the day.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Tongan, black, white, you know, Hispanic, whatever. At the
Right.
end of the day, we human.
Right.
Love is love. Alofa is ofa. You know what I
Right.
mean? You're going to feel it. And even like he said, like, people, like, the song is fire, but I can't understand it.
Right.
But they hear it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. They
That's
feel
what it's
it.
about.
It's
Right.
still slappy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So before we end tonight's show, would you guys like to share a little bit with the people watching tonight? Any like leafalotolahi or just last words to AZ Degreez?
AZ Degreez. I want to give a shout out. Can I give a shout out?
Yeah, man.
Go ahead, do your thing.
All right. Shout out to my parents first, cause I know they've been through a lot, but glad I'm back here in America. They sent me out there for a reason, you know. So I can teach the kids that never went to Tonga
Right.
what I learned, so they can, pass it on.
Mhm.
Like but I got you, bro. And shout out to radio, Ofatu, bro. R.I.P. Shout out to all my families out here in America, Tonga, New Zealand, Australia, and shout out to all my fans. I really appreciate you guys. Shout out to DJ Tiger, my sponsor. Yes, sir. And shout out to the Razorback team. O ilo pe mo fa to i me from Olange ke lere ko ta poi. If from Olato go o snow for AC dai mi.
Oh wow.
AC Degreez.
Bella, bella.
And shout out to EPA, bro. We out here in AZ. Let's go.
Let them know. Malo, malo.
Yeah, man. Touch base on that too. Shout out to the family, man. For real. Shout out to Ziggy. He's FaceTiming me right now. That's my kids.
Oh.
Yeah, I got two, Ziggy and Ivy Jane.
Oh,
yeah.
Beautiful.
He FaceTiming me right now. But I have to call you back, son. But shout out to all the family that came out to AZ to celebrate radio. It's so crazy, when someone passes on, like Joe was saying, it's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's different, but it's up to us to get through the morning and to find a better place, a place where we can still strive, but to keep his memory alive. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that's what makes me proud to be Tongan. You know what I mean? To go through the steps of when the churches come and bring their holidays and the families, they come, we mourn for those 3 days, because after those days, then it's, back to what happened, back to square one. We gotta figure it out now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's where we're at, So shout out to all the fam, shout out to radio. Shout out to EPA, man. We got a lot of people. And shout out to Tiger, man. He don't get a lot of love like that. I don't hear like that, but he's been a big, important part for the, Tongan community, especially in East Palo Alto, with the Razorbacks family, you know what I mean? And then taking kids, like my baby cousin right here, and under his wing, you know what I mean? And that it takes a lot, you know what I mean, to do that every day. So shout out to Tiger, man, and
yes, sir.
Doing your thing, man. That's what's up. And just listen out for us. We'll do better about, getting our music out there.
Yes.
Our message out there.
Yes, get it out there.
So you guys can follow us. So, hopefully we can be playing on these stages. Our little country, we're starting to make waves out here.
Yes.
In America. We're
moving.
only like first, second generation.
It's
Here,
moving.
you know what I mean? So it's up to us to take that foundation, like you said, Stephen Marley, and that song "Party Time." Kimani Marley on that song.
Nice.
So it's his brother.
Say that.
Say that.
Say that.
Yeah, we represented the Tongan people. Yeah, to the Marley family.
We're proud of who we are.
Right.
We're gonna hear us. You know what I mean?
Right.
We gonna make it happen. Shout
Yes,
out to Thalabo Creations for the platform.
Yes.
Shout out to AZ Degreez, you know what I mean, for having us here today. Shout out to the fam, Fita Lisa, for bringing us in, man.
Hey, Fita!
Oh, man, behind
shout
the
out to
scenes,
Mahama
y'all.
right there,
Yeah, when I be in Cali, tohi me. Hey, tingin lang how I win the view.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
Hey.
Where's your music?
One day, how about I interview?
It was meant to be God's plan.
Yeah, and shout out to you. I appreciate you for having us, man.
Thank you so much.
Giving us this platform and the opportunity to share our message. And you're doing a big thing for us out here. And having all these, beautiful sponsors out here, And
shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to the team.
I can't wait to meet all of you guys.
Yes.
Follow me. I know where you guys are.
We're still accepting sponsors. That's what gets all their equipment. So show some love.
But shout out to Baby Joe, man. He's doing this thing, man.
Shout out.
It's hard growing up in Thon, translating that coming to America. It's different.
It's
different.
What I mean? It's a twist.
It's different. Sometimes I envy those who lived in Thon, because I wanted to grow up like that, you know what I mean, with the family and the brotherhood, and you know what I mean, you rep that red flag, but unless you go to the laws, it's a different color. That's what
Maybe you might go to Thonga one day and you guys could do a little concert somewhere there.
Oh man,
they gonna vibe. All right. Well, I just wanted to thank you guys so much for pulling up to AZ Degreez. And before we go, we did promise the viewers to hear a little bit of sample of you both, your music. Let them know.
DJ, oh here.
DJ Lisa.
Oh, I'm good.
You want yours or?
Play golf with us. If you make a meal. Get
a little bit. Yeah, get a little bit.
Yeah, I need something else in this cup for that one. What's up? Are we playing a little sample of what I have out right now?
Yeah.
I'll slap that rocket, man. This little sample. It's a sample right now. I don't know if y'all can hear that.
Say that. Hot, sexy, funky. I can tell the way you're looking, you want me. Take my hand and just sit down and rock it on me. Rock it, baby. Step with me, so amazing. Shout out, we be talking the same thing. Take my hand and just sit down and rock it on me. Baby, all this love it. All the strong, but I don't need to run from it. Run, come your love for me.
Sing along if you know
it. No booger. My fire hot already. Yeah. No taming me. Every time you're on there, you call me. Till I'm knocking on your door and you open. And I'm not leaving till the morning. Can't leave it alone. Then you grab my hand so we move slow. Sit and rock it how you want to, like on the dance floor. Baby, toss it the torso. So daddy is home. Rockin' with me, baby. Put me to sleep, swimming in the ocean.
Oh, and I also have a little live band. You know what I'm saying? It's the family. Shout out to the little.
Yup, that's the family. That's the family. On top. The Luca first, though.
Yeah. And then you already know, man.
All right. Thank you so much. Say something for that.
Yeah. Airdropping.
We're gonna get a little sample.
Yeah, let's get a little sample right here. It is.
It's still loading.
Like the video.
Right, that's what I'm wondering.
This is why. I think that phone from somewhere. Yeah,
nah, just play one of the range.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Where does this go?
Say that.
Say that.
Which one you like, Jay?
Slap the Shulalo one.
Yup. Got you.
That one. Yup. Alright, this song is gonna be next. Just trying to let everybody know. Look at your lalo, que cantó mal.
tukuange hosolalo. Where honey in my no I do, they fucking at the hosolalo. Hosolalo. Para mai kautala tukuange hosolalo. Te whenga pia au sena, shahi mea te malapa kai te ke lava. Lohala ni e toko kai whanga fua, te kole whengi e toko ia no tau mua. Whakahela e lea huona te ke foi, ani ati mo tala ko ke te kovi. Kakama tala tua fia hala ke iloi, ai lewa ke te iloa uhe a honi. Tama whawa toko oa e ke mai, ta hine tala vau pala lea mai. O lewa pe ke iloa, simala, tau toki ta olo e ke peko usai. Nga wenye kete ke la bai si ololo me pipa mohala amanaki nafika pa ile mukumi tolo naki otana kiseni kola ke tafa atu fala mai kautala
Save it for another day. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Man.
That's the next one.
This is family.
Can't wait to drop that.
So crazy, and you hear stories about it all the time, like first bloods in the music game like this, but
Right.
So crazy how, just like COVID, like you said, COVID.
Right.
My grandpa passed away 2020. Shout out Silas, he passed away 2020 August. I picked up my music September, the very next month.
Wow.
So just like him, just saying, and I had a voice in my head too, saying,
wow.
This
is awesome. Well, you guys heard him here. AZ Degreez.
Baby Joe.
It's Cope.
Talk shit.
Say Cope.
I'll fuck them all.
Love you guys.